Did I miss it?
The glowing patterns on that gate. It's a flare crest.
Let me guess, the Court of Savante built this too.
Yes. The flare crests have a complex structure, but they can be deciphered with patience. See how each star represents a flare stone?
Yo, so far Chung-Li.
That mechanism we accidentally solved earlier should be one of them.
Yo, that's why the corresponding star has dimmed.
Yes. We still need the other two flare stones to open it.
No, I haven't played
Wait.
co-op yet. I actually just unlocked it.
The blood and scales here. It's Jinshi.
Wait, what happened?
She is likely teetering on the edge of overclocking now. We are running out of time.
Wait, go
Decades
back.
have passed.
I think I saw something.
Those researchers' presence still lingers in this place.
Aha.
Ally of justice!
Oh, darn it. I guys remember the whole aim down the... There's no aim down the sights. Oh,
Think
hell
you
no.
can catch up?
Hey, let's see. Oh. Sorry. Spectrum anomaly report for subject C001. Entry HC69 Nice 47. Abstract. The data presented in this report were observed from spectrum evaluations performed on subject C001, also known as Juhi, from June blank to December blank. During a preliminary experiment conducted on June 14th, blank researchers observed a 15-minute frequency loss of subject C001 spectrum. 5 additional tests were later conducted through the following day, and all the data obtained reflecting the frequency loss were highly consistent. Margin of error averaged below 0.02. The record of data of the resonant spectrum on the 3rd, 6th, 11th, 23rd, and 30th of the sequential month indicated a gradual lengthening of subject of C001's frequency loss. The data exhibited significant increase in varying patterns. It was postulated that this event occurred due to presence of subject C002, also known as the May Long Chamber. Subsequently, 32 one-factor experiments confirmed a significant correlation between subject C002 and the duration of frequency loss in subject C001. Notably, subject C002 exhibited an inhibitor effect on the duration growth of subject C001. Yo, take a drink every time I say 00. Based on the spectrum monitoring of the subject C001 from June to December, the following preliminary conclusions can be drawn. 1. Subject C001 bears defect malfunction. Subject C002 can temporarily slow down the escalation of subject C001's defect, but cannot make up for subject C001's frequency loss. Appendix 1. Source Research Memo C349. With the help of Peculiar Visitor, We were given the opportunity to converse with subject C001 directly. It was a meaningful and mutual conversation through we didn't get much information as I hoped for. But at the very least, the conversation proved one point. Our previous research was effective, and there was no defect in C001. As per C001's own declaration, one of the temporal programs was lost, and during its prime, C001 would have capabilities to manipulate time by decelerating or even halting it, rewinding it, and making corrections as needed. Nonetheless, the current condition of C001 can be described as one of sickness, with irreversible disruptions to time, rendering any attempt at correction or restoration ineffective. Consequently, Mount Firmament has been transformed into an isolated entity amidst the vast oceans of time, despite the initial process of redemption. Aye. Appendix number 2. Source: Research Memo C382. By running through time flow models, we came up with two hypotheses. Hypothesis number 1. C001 defect is non-congenital, and this defect may have taken place around the period of subject of C001's first arrival in Mount Firmament. It has been confirmed that the defect cannot be reversed. See report HC 746226. Hypothesis number 2. The disparity in temporal progression between the interior and exterior of the time bubble has been progressively widening. Based on data comparisons, there exists a correlation between the declaration of the flow of time in Mount Firmament and the growth rate of the duration of C001's frequency loss. Expanding on the second hypothesis, if C001 were to eventually cease to exist, the uncontrollable flow of time in Mount Firmament would likely surpass the limitations and impact a border range of the region, such as the entirety of Jinzhou. This might be why that particular visitor offered to work with us in the first place. Why the side story always the dark ones? Appendix number 3. Source: Research Memo C457. Efforts are being made to advance the development of the artificial resonator object. Although we have not yet achieved success, we have decided to name it the Chronosorter in honor of our recent progress. If I know we have our particular visitor to thank for every progress we've made so far. If the Chronosorter project is successful, it's a win-win for everyone involved. As I anticipate, they intend to restore and utilize C001's complete power in order to rectify the temporal distortions. With the aid of a resonant object, there is still a significant journey ahead of us. This is merely the starting point.
The Sentinel's situation is worse than we thought. It had already sustained severe injuries when it descended upon Mount Firmament.
I mean, we already knew this.
With one of the temporal programs lost, it no longer had the power to restore time. Instead, it could only stop and rewind it.
So, the Sentinel protected Hongzhen with its power. But it couldn't return things back to normal?
It would seem so. According to their theories, the Sentinel's injury would worsen over time. And if the Sentinel perishes, the temporal disruptions will spiral out of control, engulfing all of Jinzhou.
And
So the Fraxidus just added a pinch of salt to the already gaping wounds on Mount Firmament.
Is there any way to cure the Sentinel?
There's nothing we can do. At least that's what it says in these records. Only the Mianlong Chamber can provide temporary relief for the Sentinel, but it won't heal it completely. In the end, the Sentinel and a peculiar visitor who is immune to time disruptions would have to come up with a last resort.
Yo, the Chrono Sorter.
The Sentinel couldn't be fixed, so they decided to replicate its power onto a resonator through induced resonance. Their experiments resulted in the first chronosorter, a man-made resonance object.
So, did it work? Or did we blow it?
No. A chronosorter can only rewind time within a narrow range. It's no match for the Sentinel's immense power.
If objects didn't work, then what if it was a person?
We are getting closer and closer to the truth. 2 more flare stones left. Everything aside, first we must find Jinshi.
No, to be fair, I was meant to lead, not to read. Uh-oh.
Let's give him hell.
This ain't good.
Alley of justice.
Yo, we're doing no damage. Yo, run through the hills.
Another chronosorter. The second flare stone should be behind this gate. Let's restore the collapsed gate with this chronosorter.
Oh yeah, that's right. No aim down the sights.
There is still another photon vault to break. We can't reach it from here. We may need to look around for a better vantage point.
Yo, say no more. Yo, what the? Interactive mechanics to start echo challenges, clash, bang, and transform into clash, bang? Transform into clash, bang, and leap the... Yo, I am confusion. So, game is telling me I need to defeat the ice cubes. Hey. Yo, at least that's what I'm thinking it's saying.
Think you can catch up? Lucky me, lucky you.
No, but those mother truckers are level 55. Oh, they're ready to fight.
Let's give him hell.
Once the sound.
Like, dude, they're ready to go.
Strike from the shadows.
An unexpected discovery.
Okay. I have become the ice cube. Okay. Now rewind using a thing in the middle.
Look at that device on the floating slab.
Oh.
It could help us open the path to other places. Shall we give it a try? So it turned you into a climb bang. Please use the leap device to eject yourself and crash through that ice wall.
No, I'm hit.
Another chrono sorter. Let's give it a try. The stone slates have formed a path. Now we can bring the tacitite
I am
foaming
now
across
Ice
the water.
Cube. Lord help us. Lord help us.
This hidden area may allow us to reach that photon vault.
Don't die, animal scum.
Wonderful sound. The end has come.
Oh, bring it on!
Swift and resolute. No hesitation.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Wolf. Hey. Boo. I swear, whenever I play, reminds me of the cyberpunk meme.
Lucky me, lucky you.
You're level 100.
Ally of justice.
No mistakes were made. So how long do you think we can survive against this thing?
Sounds are fading.
My time has come.
I could have gone so much better. Okay, never again.
Think you can catch up?
Chat, I was overconfident in
Think you can
myself.
catch up?
Wait, I can? Wait, I feel like I'm being debated. Oh, I need more power.
Let me be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
Yeah, I'll get them one of these days. Yes, and not just more power, unlimited power.
Cherish every gain. We've reached the carrier lift.
Think you can catch up?
Yay, part 2.
One last flare stone to go. There's a carrier lift nearby. Perhaps the flare stone is on the floor beneath.
Nope. Because I knew with flippin' Genshin, give strong weapon to people. Let's see. Research memorandum. Let's see. As our 903 experiment ended in yet another failure, we couldn't help but reminisce about our initial excitement. We completed the first chronosorter prototype. However, we were always aware that it was a crude replica of C001's power. My calculations showed that the chronosorter could have functioned within a specific distance and would become useless once removed from this region's time barrier, although they may still work at the luminous shore. Now, I'll check real quick. Despite this, I clung to hope. The concept of a secondary residence was more than just a theory to me. It was my life's work. It was terrifying to think it could all be mere fantasy. Research Memoriam number C545, date 29. The 931st chronosorter, like its predecessor, was destroyed by instant resonance shock, but it was successful restoring time for a brief 1.29 seconds, making it a valuable sacrifice. I was right. My belief in the secondary resonance theory has been confirmed. When two entities resonate at high frequency, the weaker one can exert much greater resonance power than the original in its original capacity. The only issue is how the chronosorters we've been making are too fragile for this task. I need a more powerful resonator, but the risk is too great. No one can withstand the resonant shock of C001 without enduring catastrophic overclocking. No, I must speak to our visitor. I saw them telling C001 something. I am convinced that there is a connection between what they did and the brief success of Chrono Sorter number 931. Yes, I have seen it with my own eyes. C001 must have transmitted some form of unknown energy to Chrono Sorter number 931, just when I had deemed the experiment a failure. Right, cutscene first.
Is that so?
Yo, what do you say, mama?
So this file confirms that the chronosorters are artificial resonance objects. They activate when hit with a strong impact to create the corresponding resonance effects. And this also answers my previous question. The chronosorters rewind time through resonating with the Sentinel.
Sounds powerful.
No, it was nowhere near enough. The chronosorters shut down once they are removed from the Sentinel's range or the abnormal time flow on Mount Firmament. Plus, as artificial resonance objects, their capacity is limited. According to the Court of Savante researchers, there was a hypothesis that could potentially make them more powerful, the second resonance awakening hypothesis, which states the collision between two resonating frequencies might cause a second resonance awakening.
A destined fight between Jinxie and the Sentinel?
Yes. That fight has to happen to trigger a second resonance awakening for Jinxie, so she may exert even stronger resonance abilities.
Yo, what's wrong,
ones
Jay?
that allow her to restore the flow of time.
Yo, did the Court of Savante's research succeed?
Countless chronosorters were made to collide with the Sentinel's frequencies, but they were no match. All the machines turned to dust.
Bad exception?
One chronosorter briefly showed the power to restore time before breaking apart. This
Jay,
proved
do
that
it.
a second
Just
awakening
do it.
can indeed improve resonance ability. The research log mentioned that all chronosorters were working in an overdrive mode. It's similar to how human resonators experience overclocking, they wrote.
Yo, what is overclocking?
Overclocking happens when a resonator overexerts their ability. And this researcher who wrote this suggests that it might be the key to triggering a second awakening.
Yo, it doesn't sound like a good thing.
No, it's not. Exhausting oneself will only result in destruction.
Yo, just slide into the DMs or something.
In addition, I
Friend her
noticed
on
another
Facebook or
detail in
whatever.
these records. The chronosorters required manual control, while the Sentinel Jue appeared to be under someone else's command. In the only incident of success, just as the chronosorter was about to break down, that peculiar visitor gave an order to the Sentinel. And the Sentinel successfully transferred some kind of energy to the chronosorter thanks to that order.
Yo, energy transmission?
Rover, do you have an idea?